Okay, Pops, we're going to touch on a fun subject today. Title of the video says it. We're going to talk about how you can make money if your lease is coming due in 2021.
Oh, stop it. You can't make money. Well, maybe you can in 2021.
In 2021.
And the reason that maybe you can in 2021 is if you're in a 3-year lease, the residual value was set
In 2018.
In 2018. I don't know, when we were pandemic free.
When we were chip shortage free.
When we were chip shortage and foam shortage free.
Yep.
And the world was a different place. And used car values hadn't skyrocketed just yet. No. So if you're looking at lease end and you're on a car that the residual was set 3 years ago, the residual might actually be, in this strange time, well below what the market conditions are.
Yeah, and let's just make sure everyone's clear. So if your lease is coming due May, April, June, July, August, that value, and I'm sure you know this because you leased the vehicle, but that value, like my dad said, the residual value was set when you signed the lease paper.
Yes.
52% of MSRP or capitalized costs. I guess it's the residuals off MSRP.
Yes.
61%, 38%, whatever. That was set then by the actuaries that worked at the leasing company or at the manufacturer. Now, if you were to take that same exact VIN and odometer and run it through Carvana's online trade-in, Vroom's online trade-in, or in your Auto Advocate, we have the Black Book values, which are the numbers, the book values that the dealerships use, you're going to see what they would pay to either trade it in or to buy it from you. And then you need to go log into your online lease payment account. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Or find your original paperwork and see what the residual value was.
Yes.
And we've seen some, just in the past few weeks, folks that are $5,000 positive equity positions.
Yes.
With Carvana quotes.
Yes. Doesn't happen often, but it can happen. In the old days, when there was open-end leasing and the customer was responsible for the lease end value, the customer could end up taking it in the shorts because they could have leased a car and the lease end value might be $17,500 is what they thought it was going to be 3 years.
Which bear in mind, open end leases are not a thing anymore. So bear in mind that.
So if it turned out that the vehicle was only worth $12,500 during those closed end leases, you had to
open end.
During the open-end leases, you had to make the bank whole. You had to come up with that $5,000. Well, with closed-end leases today, you have the option of actually buying your car at the end of the lease for the residual value. Now, if the residual value is $17,500, but its true market value is, I don't know, $21,000. Do not just go to the dealership and turn it back in. Buy it and sell it. Buy it and sell it, and that sounds like $3,500 worth of profit from $17,500. That's to $21 would be $3,500 worth of profit, and let's just say you sold it for $21,600. It would be $3,600 worth of profit, and guess what? When you extrapolate that out, that means that you actually ended up lowering your monthly payment by $100 a month over the course of the lease because you're getting that $3,600 back.
Yeah, no. And so the takeaway here is, A, understand the market conditions. Watch some of our other videos about what's going on in the market, or the weekly live streams we talk about the market. The other is know how to get the true market value.
Well, understand your options. These are your lease end options. Your options are fairly simple. You can just give the car back and pay a disposition fee and any excess wear and tear or excess mileage charge fees. You can hand the car back and get into another lease. You can look at the possibility of trading it in because you have equity and take that equity and use that to apply it towards lowering the cap cost of your next lease.
The cap cost is the selling price of the lease.
Or your next purchase. You can lower the purchase price. Or you have the option of buying it. Okay, and if you can
And
buy it for
selling it.
if you can buy it for 17.5 and sell it for 21.6, that's your profit. That's your money.
And again, that 21.6, I just want to hammer home, to get that 21.6, the true market value, we recommend 3 resources really.
Yes.
The dealer buying it,
Yes.
Carvana buying it, Vroom buying it, but you could also do private party if you wanted to
Yes.
sell it individually. And to get the book values, because there's a whole thing we have back at the Your Auto Advocate website, a whole thing about all the different book values. What's KBB? What's Edmunds? What's NADA? What's Galv's? What's Black Book? We did check it out down below. It's an incredible amount of writing that and research that we did to put that together. But you can get the Black Book values back at Your Auto Advocate. You can get the Carvana and the Vroom values super simply by going, and even CarMax, but CarMax you have to take your vehicle there. That's how you get that true market value. And honestly, the benefit of a lease, you've maintained it and it's been serviced.
So you know everything about it.
And if you have both keys.
Yeah.
I mean, like, recognize that you are in a position of power because you have a used vehicle and everyone wants that inventory.
Yes.
Because the dealership model, as we've all talked about, you make money on the back end.
Yes.
So you got to sell cars on the front end to make money on the back. 2021 is a strange year, but if you have a lease coming due, go make some money. Or at least like pursue making some money.
Or as I like to say, you have options, not just obligations. And those options can play out to your benefit this year. Now, most years they're not going to.
No.
Most years, the residual is actually set higher than what the market value of a vehicle would be.
You've talked about in the past how BMW has artificially propped up their residual
Yes.
values for years.
Yes,
Yeah.
but we are living through an odd time where, because of shortages of inventory, that pre-owned cars are worth more today than they've ever been worth, and that the possibility, even I would go so far as to say, is the probability
There's
exists
a likelihood, yeah.
that if you're in a lease coming due, that the residual that was set 3 years ago is going to be well below what market values are today.
So tell a friend to tell a friend
Yeah.
to tell a friend to watch this video, because seriously, if you do have a lease coming due in 2021, wild times, why just go back to the dealership and turn it in
Yeah.
when you could at least do like 20 minutes of homework and know if you're in a positive equity position and you can make some money.
Yes.
Do it.
Yes, and if you can make some money, ultimately it reduces what you actually ended up paying for lease payments over the life of that lease.
Money back in your pocket, which there's no shame in that game. I mean, this is not going to happen again, probably. I don't know.
Till the next pandemic,
which hopefully, knock on wood, doesn't happen. But
Yeah.
still, I mean, it's a rare thing that's happening right now.
Yes.
And so you use that to your advantage as
Yes.
a consumer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It's one of the. I think it's the first time in my lifetime, and I've spent 43, almost 44 years in and out of the car business, where I've seen situations where market conditions are such that lease vehicles coming back actually are worth more than the residuals, and take advantage of that. That is one of your options as the lessee, to be able to take advantage of that situation if and when it arises. And this is one of those years that if and when it has.
YourAutoAdvocate.com. Check out the different membership tiers. We appreciate everyone that's a part of the community. Join us for a weekly live stream Saturday evenings. You can call
I
in.
thought you said we're doing Saturday morning this week.
We'll see. Well, who
Okay.
knows when this video is going to come out?
Okay. Wait, hey, there's a likelihood we could be doing a live stream on Saturday. Knowing my son, there's also a likelihood that we're going to do a members-only live stream on Thursday, and that Zach will figure out a reason why we have to do a live stream for everybody on Wednesday, because he just likes to see me do live streams.
See you then.
See you when we're on the air next.